Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your 2018 overview reading. This is the big one, the one that I have been super excited to put up for you guys. So I hope that you enjoy this reading. Make sure you give me a like, a thumbs up, share this video if you feel called to do so. And let's go ahead and get started. Just so everyone knows, if you haven't already signed up for my newsletter, I would suggest doing that if you're into love readings, because I'm going to be sending out 2018 love overview readings when you sign up for my newsletter. So make sure you include your birthday. And then I'm offering a new service, which I'm really excited about. So make sure you stay tuned at the end for details on that as well. Okay, one more, and then I'm going to go ahead, pull an oracle card. Let's start with Paulina Cassidy, actually. Let's see. For Sagittarius in 2018, Sanctuary. With a calm, focused mind and enjoyment of each moment, you create your very own sanctuary. What this looks like is... like, what are you doing to nest? Like, to make yourself comfortable at home? What are you doing to create an environment that feels good to you? It's really an emphasis on your home life, on family, friends, your home base. You know, what are you doing to decompress when you get home? It looks like your environment is going to be more important than ever, and you might find yourself spending more time at home. Like, just from this one card, I'm getting like hermit is like, is coming up big time. Like, you want to nest, ground, get into your space, really feel into what you want your environment to feel like. Okay, then we have another oracle card. When I'm in alignment with love of the universe, peace cannot be disrupted. Okay, these are the Gabrielle Bernstein cards. All my decks are listed in the description, by the way. So if that's what you're wondering, make sure you check that out. And then I am going to be doing a timeline by quarters, and so I'll do that at the end, but I'm going to throw these cards down. Okay, and then just so you know, I'll go over each question for this spread, but it covers a pretty broad spectrum of topics like health, creativity. So it's a well-rounded spread for 2018. All right, this is you, the core of the spread. We have Eight of Swords. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? Retreat. This is about taking time to be introspective. This is reading just like the Hermit card. It's kind of like, oop, you're not quite ready to break out of your shell yet. It looks like you really need to step into this cocoon period and take some time to just be introspective, you know, do lots of healing work, ground yourself. It really is about taking your time. It might be a little bit slower pace than what you want, but really what this is kind of indicating is that this is the year before the deep transformation. So you're in this cocoon period, but after that you're going to evolve and, you know, fully experience that metamorphosis within yourself. So hang tight, but just be patient with this and focus on what's going on at home. I would really take a look at your 4th and 5th house, like what's going on in there, you know, and maybe your 7th. In your natal chart, like what's going on in those houses. Those are the ones that I would look at for you if you are interested in astrology. Okay, now for your health in 2018, we have the World. Good. This is good. This looks clear. It doesn't look like there's any confusion. It's just kind of like as things come up, you're taking care of them. You know, if you get the flu, you're going to have some soup, take your vitamin C, and get through it. You know, if you break a leg, You'll throw a cast on and just get over it. It just looks really easy, I guess is the word that's coming up for health. It's easy, it's simple, it's straightforward, it's delivering all of the things that you need. Okay, what are you creating in 2018? Mother of Cups. So this is emotional stability and health. I see this for you, even though this is, you know, like a water sign or whatever. No, this looks like you. You are creating emotional health for yourself. Of course, you can ignore that and not do any work on it, but this is one of those things that you create. If there's something that you want to tackle when it comes to your emotional health, this is the year to do it. If there's something going on where you feel really defeated or you're kind of a negative Nancy or all of that stuff, you have the opportunity to clear that up because this is what you're creating. It's like a really huge period of maturity, I'd say. Sorry if you can hear my cat. He's having a good time right now. So I would say anything that you want to resolve here is a fair game for your emotional health. Okay, now we're going to get into what is the core lesson for 2018. The Magician. So your ability to create is going to come to the forefront. And I think that is the primary reason why it's important for you to take some alone time and really just sitting in the comfort of your home and practicing, you know, some meditation, manifestation tools. If that's something that is unfamiliar to you, you know, this is going to be the year to start looking into that. So, it's also going to be a lesson in your ability to create with your emotions, right? So your core belief system, like even what was forming for you in utero, you could come into the world and actually create those environments that match what your brain and nervous system are used to. And so that can be good and bad, right? So it's just a matter of, you know, if you are having like some doom and gloom stuff coming up, turn to your emotional health. What is your attitude about this stuff? How are you handling everything? You know, or do you find yourself in a really dark place? Are you making lots of money? You know, what is happening in your environment? And then turn to your emotional health and see, is there a connection there? You know, am I just perpetually creating negative things or positive things? Because it's all interconnected. Even though we all have like bad things that happen to us, our attitude is actually what will magnify that. Okay? For the good or bad. So that's the lesson. So watch yourself. Watch the words that you say. Okay, what needs balance? Son of Cups, your emotional health. It's about, you know, and I'm saying health, not as in you're emotionally sick, but there's always things that we can improve or incorporate more of into our lives. And so it looks like that's really what's needing balance, is for you to take more of a nurturing approach. If you can see, this is really feminine feeling with the cups that we have showing up, and sanctuary. So it just looks like that feminine energy, that healthy, supportive emotionality is really going to be the key remedy for you this year. And so with what needs balance is maybe you've just been all work, or you're just too far on one side of the logical spectrum or the hustling spectrum, and it's kind of time to incorporate some of that emotional balance within your relationships, and it's gonna bleed into all the areas of your life. Okay, and then what is your spiritual focus for 2018? We have 9 of coins. So again, manifesting. Manifesting money, manifesting abundance. If you guys have been on my channel long enough, you'll know that like manifesting money is one of my favorite topics. Like it is so crazy, like to see what you manifest show up in physical form is really, really crazy. So that looks like the thing that you're going to be going to. And so the spiritual growth part is about your own power, your ability to cultivate and manifest tangible goods, being able to manifest the things that you need is really, really, really going to be where your lessons are coming from. And so a lot of it has to do with belief, attitude, the way that, like the lens that you're looking through. Okay, now we have what you need to allow yourself, like where you need to raise the permission level. The Sun. So you just need to, it's like you need permission to play this year. Maybe, you know, 2017 was a really serious, intense, year where you were like pushing really hard and making things happen and, you know, had all of that stuff going on. And so shifting into 2018 is really where you need to step into like more of a gentle space, you know, call on the women in your life who are good at nurturing and spend time with them. It's kind of like being able to play and get that support is going to it's going to make all of this easier. It's going to help your manifestations. It's going to help with abundance. It's going to help with your emotional health. So this is, again, we're reading the medicine here. Okay, so for your love life, we have the Fool. Okay, so this is starting something new. If you're already coupled, then this is something where you're not starting a new relationship. This is about you starting a new chapter. Like something new is unfolding and happening. This could be you. This could be you realizing, oh, maybe I should start seeing this therapist, or maybe we should go to couples therapy, or maybe you try new exciting things together and you say, okay, we're going to commit to, you know, date night once a week, and we haven't done that before. The point is that it's something new. So you could either have a new relationship coming in if that's what you're looking for. It could be a new perspective or a new practice that you're incorporating into your relationship. So it's all about what are you initiating. This year you're initiating something new, and it's all for the better. If you want more, then sign up for my newsletter, because that's going to be an in-depth love reading. Okay, what is transforming in 2018? Right, your ability to rest. It looks like this isn't going to be optional, right? So the interesting thing that I'm getting from this reading is that if you, let's say you're like, no, Sydney, you're full of it. Get out of here. I don't agree with anything you're saying. I don't want to rest. I just want to work. And let's say you don't listen to this reading at all. And you keep going full steam ahead, like not taking any time to be introspective and taking time to rest and be nurtured. If you don't do that, then this is a situation where you are going to hit a ceiling. You're going to hit a block. You're going to hit a brick wall. And it's one of those things that if you burn the candle at both ends for that long, you're going to like either make yourself sick or have an injury, or, you know, these things happen when we're going full steam the entire time. And so however your stress response is, it's like you're going to get hit hard. If you're stressing yourself out too much, your immune system is going to take a hit. So you want to make sure that you're taking really good care of yourself this year. I'm not, you know, predicting like some serious illnesses, these things happen every day. It's just about your body will force you to slow down and stop if you don't do it yourself. If you don't do it on your own accord, your body will force you. So there's never going to be a right time for rest. You need to start doing it now. Otherwise, you're going to get hit really hard later on. Okay, and now we have the outcome for the year. 2 of Swords. And I see this as like a transformation in your perspective, which usually that's not really what this is about, but it's, there's also a certain level of what you're doing this year, the effort that you give this year is going to be, you're not going to be able to see how it manifests yet. Right? So there's some stuff that you're going to be able to, but a lot of this stuff that you're working on manifesting, this could easily be a year where stuff is dormant. So don't get discouraged by that. I would just encourage you to be proactive. Be proactive and do the things that you know are right for you, even if you can't see the immediate benefits, because it's kind of like, there's going to be a lot of stuff that that just comes up and you're going to need your energy for it. So it looks like this is going to be kind of the incubation year, as I said already. And you're going to be working on manifesting and cultivating and doing all of that fun stuff, but you're not going to see it fully. It's not like there's not going to be any light shining on it until after 2018. And I'll show you why. Do you see how the sun is blacked out? It's like there's an eclipse going on. This is where you're leaving off. We'll get more information once I, reveal the timeline. But just keep that in mind. Don't let yourself slack off just because you're not seeing immediate results. Be patient and take care of yourself. Now I'm going to go ahead and clarify. Let's see. I'd really like to clarify the world, your health. 7 of Coins. Yeah, so a lot of you are going to be going through different things. Like, it's not a one-size-fits-all thing with health. But it's like one thing's going to come up and then another thing's going to come up and then another thing is going to come up. These are small. This isn't like, repeatedly one right after the other. It's more of, you're not feeling well. Okay, go ahead and take a break. It's just taking things as they come and being really gentle with yourself in that process. So as, it's just a reiteration of the same message. It looks easy though. I still stand by that, unless you already have a pre-existing condition, which is kind of brutal. I would say that this is the year that things are going to start like getting, even the challenges that you do face are going to be lesser than what you've dealt with in the past. And that's for those of you who have conditions already that you've been dealing with. It might actually be a smoother year that's more easy to manage. And let's see what else is transforming. I'm going to clarify that 4 of Swords. The Chariot. So it's really, the way you can help yourself here is by asking for support from your Cancer friends, from, it's like water signs are a really good bunch to kind of powwow with. And so just keep that in mind, that you really want to surround yourself with nurturing, I want to say females. It doesn't have to be, but it's, the feminine is just coming up so strong. And there are some men that are really good at holding space and nurturing and caring. So if you have one of those, make sure you spend more time with that person. But really it's about that like motherly archetype is going to be so healing for you this year. Okay, first quarter, January through March, this is the money card. So employment change, your career path is leading you in a higher direction with positive changes to support your dreams, priorities, passions, and life purpose. Trust that these changes will help you release the old and welcome the new. You're being supported each step of the way. Okay, great. So this is not, I want to make it clear that this isn't a straight linear, like, oh, from one company to another. It could be a promotion, it could be a new project, it could be a transfer to a different store or location. It could be, you know, moving into a different department, branching out. It's about the evolution of your professional work. That's what the employment change is about. Your growth period for the first quarter is resistance. And I'm reading this, you're going to be really resistant to taking breaks and resting. That's just how it goes. It's kind of like, you know, when there's a child that's acting out and you're like, please, if you would just go to sleep, you would feel so much better. That's the energy of this resistance card, is it's like, yes, you're trying so hard, you're persevering, you're working through it, but I mean, you're gonna hit that wall. And so there's an aversion to taking breaks in the beginning of the year. Okay, and in your romantic life, whether you're coupled or not, in the first quarter we have Knave of Swords. So this is just having a new idea. It could be an air sign coming into your space, or like if they have a Libra moon or whatever. So this is either a literal person, because we have a court card, or this is someone who just has like fresh ideas and is able to collaborate with you. And this could come across in friendship as well. Like maybe someone is kind of exploring for you, like, oh, who should you date? Let's see, you know, let me set you up with so-and-so. If you're already coupled, this is kind of like an infusion of inspiration in your relationship. You know, like fresh ideas, fresh perspectives. Remember, you have the Fool in the relationship sector of this spread. And so that's where this is. If you're already coupled, if you're already partnered, then this is going to be showing up in the beginning of the year especially. Okay, now the second quarter, springtime. Have courage to ask for and accept help. Asking for help is a sign of strength, as is accepting it is offered to you. Very often when you ask God for help, prayers are answered through other people, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so with that, this is the same thing. Surround yourself with nurturing people. Let that be your mantra this year. Surround yourself with nurturing people. So that's what have for and ask for help. Even if it's in finances, just ask. Okay, then we have abundance. And see, this is where when you ask for things, it really does, you know, God, the universe, divine source will show up for you. I promise you, I've seen it happen a million times. I just got an email from a client who, you know, was having car trouble and didn't know how she was gonna deal with transportation and stuff. So I was like, there's someone in your perimeter who like can help you. Like you just have to start vocalizing and prioritizing, and she immediately found a solution. So this is the same principle of, as you ask for help in whatever area, you really are able to step into your abundance and your ability to receive. Now, I should also mention, if you're feeling at this point, you know, this is spring, summerish, if you are feeling really depleted, what I would say is ask for time, space, ask for an extra day off. Like asking for that is also helpful with everything else going on. So it's kind of like ask for what you need. Okay, and your love life, Seven of Swords. This just looks like problem solving. It looks like you have more going on. It's kind of like you have a lot of stuff going on in other areas of your life. So it's a little bit more challenging to give partnership 100% focus during the second quarter. And so that's why where you can actually recruit your partner and, you know, ask for help. Do exactly that. Explain what's going on, communicate, and assert your needs in your partnership. Now, if you're just dating, it doesn't look like there's a whole lot of action. It just looks like more problem solving, kind of fine-tuning your manifestation, figuring out what exactly you want. All right, the third quarter, we have face your financial fears. Be honest with yourself about fears, success, or failure. They can no longer control you. Be free of hidden fears by exposing them to light and awareness. Yep, that's absolutely true. You just, once you kind of point it out, shine a light on it, it shifts. So any financial worries you have, like about debt or anything like that, just take some time to, you know, like suck it up and like dive into it. You know, just dive in head first, do the scary stuff, cry about it, be upset about it, and you're going to see the solutions appear. Your growth period is confirmation. Okay, so this is a positive omen for you're getting confirmation about da-da-da. We won't know the context of this until you're already in 2018. This is not something that you know already. Strong hit. This is to be determined what this is. Okay, so I'm going to kind of leave that ambiguous. Just trust that it's a positive omen. If you go back and watch this again, like in June, maybe you want to, you know, check it out again and see if this is actually playing out. You know, then you can kind of keep your eyes peeled for, oh, maybe I'm getting confirmation about this thing that I've been working on or whatever. Okay, and in your love life, we have the star, beautiful connection. This is, if you're in partnership, see how there was a little bit of distance. It looks like you're problem solving and making things work. You know, it's kind of like a, I need to get this done. So can you just let me have that space? And then we come back into reconnection. Okay, so this is, you know, anytime the star pops up, everyone's like, soulmate, soulmate. It could be. You know, soulmates appear all the time, but it's just about really that connection, the chemistry, the feeling of, you know, a kindred spirit is what that is. So this is, again, either in partnership or in dating. Fourth quarter. Dreams of abundance. As you sleep, God, your angels, and your higher self are giving you divinely guided ideas, answers, and solutions. Be sure to record your dreams in a journal. I don't actually agree with this. The help you manifest your desires into reality. I have a little bit different perspective on dreams, so I'll just go ahead and tell you. If there's something that you want information on around money, the fourth quarter, so towards the end of the year, it will be beneficial for you to ask for answers in astral time. So before you go to sleep, you can ask for some insight, inspiration, clarity, whatever you need. And then you can receive the download when you're asleep. That's something that you can do, but you don't necessarily need to write it down. You can still receive the download. If you want to write it down, that's great, but you can still receive the download and hold the information in your body and become a magnet for that in a good way. So just set your intention before bed and trust that you're going to receive the download, whether or not you carry the dream through into earth time or not. Okay, so we have think with your heart. See, all of this nurturing energy really pays off. And it's kind of like you've needed a model for this. You may not have been thinking with your heart in the past, and so now you're getting that inspiration to do so. Okay, then we have the Three of Swords. So this is, I'm not gonna lie, this does look intense. This looks like, you know, it's like the heartbreak card, but it's not necessarily indicative of a breakup. I don't like predicting stuff like that because it puts a lot of expectation on the relationship. And that's not the case. It could be something where maybe you get into an argument or something, you know, that can feel really intense even if it's not a big deal. I also get the feeling that this is more, it feels more intense than it actually is. Sure, some of you could go through breakups. This is a general reading, so anything could happen. But the main thing is that this is, see, with the Fool, because this is starting to look connected from now that I'm looking at this. With the Fool and the Three of Swords, it's kind of like this in itself, this experience, the Three of Swords energy, could be new for you to begin with. Maybe it's the first time you've ever had an argument with a partner ever. And that feels like really scary, or you've never done that before, and what does this mean? So it's a lot of contemplation like that, but it's nothing like, we all have to deal with the Three of Swords in one way or another. So don't get too wrapped up in, oh my God, I'm gonna break up. Nah, that's not my style of reading. I know a lot of readers, I'm gonna put down a 3-card pick, but just an aside, I know so many tarot readers who are always predicting like adultery and like deception and cheating. I don't like that. Can't we just like have a good time and like play with some cards and receive lots of healing information without this being a scary process? At least that's just my take on everything. Okay, go ahead, pick a card, or you can just watch me flip them over and then pick the best one. I know people do that, and I was like, oh, that's a good idea. Okay, card number 1. 7 of Pentacles. So this is creating lots of options for yourself, really casting a wide net. So if you're looking for jobs, or a job, you're gonna put out 50 applications. If you're looking for a partner, you're going to go on 50 dates. If you're looking for, you know, resources, you're going to be networking with a ton of people. It's just about, you know, the bigger the net, the better your odds. Card number 2, we have Queen of Swords, independence, clarity of thought and mind. This is, you know, a really powerful, strong, this could be a woman in your space, perhaps one of the nurturers, but there's also, this is a little bit more cold. So perhaps that, you know, this could be the person who is stepping into being that motherly figure, but that's not generally a quality of the Queen of Swords. So just keep that in mind. This could be either your own clarity of mind, or this is someone who has that skill who's sitting in your space. Okay, and card number 3, King of Pentacles. So manifest, 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 manifest. That is like compounding for you. It's sitting on top of the Magician too. I don't know if you guys know about the Midas touch. Like everything he touches turns to gold. That's the principle here. And so really look out for that. Like watch what you say come into reality. Now, that doesn't happen every time. You know, if that were true, I'd be dead. So it's not like things manifest immediately. But as you declare things and assert things, then it's going to, you're going to see it pop up in different ways. So make sure that you, just make sure you really are intentional with what you're asking for. Okay, and that is all I have for the 2018 reading, but just so everyone knows, I am now offering, drumroll please, I'm now offering full tarot spreads that are custom. So that is the new service I'm launching. So it's not like the single question reading. The single question readings are like one question, one thing only. The spreads that I'm offering, you can get like a personal one that is a similar style to this, but it's bigger. And it has like all the areas of your life without like all the modifications and stuff, but there's that. I have a few love spreads that you can pick for if you're looking for love or if you're coupled already and you want to look at your current relationship. And then there's a basic like Celtic cross for whatever time period you want. So it comes with a voice recording, so you actually get the audio portion, photos, and then through January, I want you to know that if you book if you purchase one of those, then it's going to come with an oracle card as a bonus, and I'm only doing that through the end of January. So treat yourself. If you've wanted to work with me, this is a lower cost option and you're gonna get a solid reading. So it's a good, I felt like I needed some more middle ground for you guys. And so if you're interested, the link's in the description. If you want a regular session with me, an energetic healing session, and want to ask me as many questions as you want, there you can book a full session with me in the description box below. Single questions are down there too. If you want your 2018 love reading, don't forget to sign up for my newsletter and follow me on Facebook and Instagram for more content, and I will see you next time.